Possible without our donors and our community. And wow, the community stepped up. We've had about 80 donors that gave to the program this year, and they gave from $5 to 5 figures for this program. So it's been really awesome to engage our community and see the support that they're showing for you teachers. So yeah, thank you everybody. I know that you guys have just so much love in your hearts for your teacher, for your students and your classrooms, and we're just delighted to have you here. So now I'm going to introduce you. Well, you guys all know our superintendent, Hilda Maldonado, and she wants to say a couple words to you today too. So Hilda?
Thank you so much, Margie. Good afternoon, everyone. And I'm so delighted to be here with you and so honored. I love your dream, Margie. I connect with that dream so much. I feel that there's so much I haven't been able to do as a pandemic superintendent. I don't know what my teachers look like, what their classrooms look like, unless I see them only here in a little square box. And, you know, that's so difficult for me to take as we try to navigate this interesting of times. I love the pictures of the children that you shared at the opening with the music. I mean, my heart just grows like, you know, 4 times every time I see children. I almost need to borrow someone's little kids because, as some of you may know, I only have 21 and 22-year-olds by now. And when I see the younger ones, it's when I really know what I live for. So I want to thank you for this celebration of our teachers. I want to thank the Santa Barbara Ed Foundation on behalf of the school district for their amazing partnership. And Margie and I have so much in common. We figured out early on, and just have this great partnership that I know is going to lead to even better things in the future. I also want to thank our partners, as you said, for their generosity. When I first got here, one of the first calls I got was from a philanthropist who said, "What do you need?" And at the time we were looking at how do we connect internet? And from that was born this SOAR project that Margie has helped us lead and raise money for, so that our families who need help with paying for internet could get that done. And I'm happy to report that we were able to pay down credit on internet accounts for some of our parents in December, and we're going to continue to do so in the coming weeks and months. And I was so humbled, and I was so proud of this community for giving us that quick response. And then to have Santa Barbara Ed Foundation work that out is just amazing. You know, of course, along with giving our teachers and our classroom staff resources so that our kids could have art supplies and on and on and on. I also want to acknowledge the teachers that are here today. I see some principals in the participants list, and thank you so much, teachers. I cannot imagine having a job whose job description changes every month, literally. And then, new metrics, new job descriptions. It cannot be easy, and my heart goes out to you as a former teacher. So thank you so much for this extraordinary work you have been doing with so much grace and compassion for kids and for each other. And I just, there's so many times that I think about what amazing opportunity you have as teachers to change the trajectory of students like myself, our immigrant Latino students who don't speak English and who come here looking for a better life and for that promise. And so I thank you as one of the former students who are like so many that you serve here today. So we celebrate you. Please take a moment to take in this celebration, to acknowledge and take it and be proud. Teachers are such humble people. And so this is the moment to fill yourself with pride and thank yourself for all this great work you're doing. We know this pandemic is creating such amazing, quick changes to education, which are not temporary, they're long lasting. And please count on us to support you and to do whatever we can to make your experiences better. And congratulations to all our teachers. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Margie.
Oh, thank you, Hilda. Thank you. So I'm going to turn it over to Katie, who's going to start our program today.
Okay. Thank you, Margie. So in November, pin myself here. Go. All right, try that again. So in November, we awarded 55 grants to teachers in the Santa Barbara Unified School District, totaling $110,000. Today, will we recognize these teachers? With education being delivered differently this year, we saw a significant amount of grant requests for learning materials and supplies to be used for remote and hybrid learning scenarios. We also saw an increase in requests for social justice literature and music. Thank you for addressing these critical issues. Teachers, I know this has been a difficult year. As a mom of 3 kids who have also been at home since March remote learning, I applaud you. I hear your determination and patience over Zoom, and I see your compassion and understanding in your emails. The Ed Foundation feels privileged to be able to support you during such an intense year. This year, our generous community has really stepped up to support this program. We have had over 80 donors give to our Teacher Grants campaign, a real indicator of how much our community wants to support its teachers.
As the universe would have it, shortly after my students made their request, I received an email from the Santa Barbara Education Foundation notifying me of a grant opportunity to fund classroom projects. With the generosity of the foundation, my class was able to purchase kitchen supplies to help us take our culinary adventures to a more advanced level. With the grant, we were able to host a fall family dinner. The student baked pies prior to the dinner to serve to their families. Once our kitchen supplies arrived, my students took off with their food request. We made street tacos, waffles, French toast, queso dip with pretzels that were made from scratch, pizzas. We even made gingerbread houses from scratch. The original plan to end the year was for the students to put together an end of the year barbecue for their families at Oak Park. Each student was going to use the kitchen supplies and make a side dish of their choosing to serve at the barbecue. Unfortunately, as we all know, due to the pandemic, we had to forego the barbecue. Instead, we used the rest of our grant money to put together meal boxes. In lieu of creating a dish for the barbecue, I asked each student to use the items in the box to cook their family dinner. The caveat being, the meal they cooked was going to serve as their class final. All they needed to do was document their experience with photos and enjoy cooking with their family. The meal box included items to make spaghetti, Brussels sprouts, and garlic bread. Parents made sure to text me, letting me know how excited they were to witness their child's culinary skills and cook together. Earlier this year, I welcomed back a former student and asked him to talk a bit about our TLP class. In reflection, he said the following to my new students. My favorite thing about Miss Hernandez's class is Food Friday. So make sure you come to school on Fridays. You get to eat different foods and learn how to cook on your own. I made pretzels. All you have to do is make the food right and it will be delicious. Thank you once again, SB Education Fund, for allowing me an opportunity to help my students discover and uncover their culinary potential, a potential that some of them have taken with them to high school and enrolled in culinary classes offered at their school. So I genuinely do appreciate everything that you've afforded my class with this grant. Thank you once again.
Oh, thank you so much, Stuki. I love it. I love that you're really taking it from the farm to the table. If you ever need, someone as a guest at a luncheon, let us know.
Oh, I definitely will. Yeah. Thank you.
Looked lovely. That's a really wonderful story. Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to move on to this year's teacher grant recipients. Yesterday, I made rounds to all your schools. I'm not sure if you were able to pick them up yet, but you each got a bag. Yay! It's a nice book bag you can use. You also have your teacher grant certificate in there. And then I also thought it'd be fun. I gave everybody a maraca. So I thought at the end, after we announced each funding category, if you guys did get your bags, maybe you can take out your maraca for a shake. If not, clapping is fine too. So this year we awarded grants in 3 funding categories: grants up to $500, grants up to $2,500, and grants up to $5,000. I'm going to start with the $500 category. Give me a second here while I pull up. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start with our $500 category. We have Kelly Savio from Dos Pueblos High School for diversification with independent texts. Ann Darga from McKinley Elementary School for ergonomic chairs. And Elaine Mom from Dos Pueblos High School for life skills and recreation supplies for special education. We have Bettina Chin from Washington Elementary School for hybrid support iPad stand. Patrice Warwick from Roosevelt Elementary School for making distance learning mindful. Jacqueline Jimenez from McKinley Elementary School for individualized access to learning. April Salas from McKinley Elementary School, Deaf and Hard of Hearing Reading Literacy Program. Melissa Castle from San Marcos High School for life skills instruction. And David Young, also from San Marcos, for Spanish Independent Reading Library. Jamie Stratford from Harding Elementary School for sculpting and storytelling with clay. Sarah Chalmers from Adams Elementary School, gardening at home. And Sean Federbush from Adams Elementary School for Constellation Galaxy boxes. Such diverse projects, I love it. Karen Dutton from McKinley Elementary School, culturally relevant literature in the music classroom. Chris Greeley from La Cumbre Junior High School, action and empowerment through independent reading. And Thomas Ripperetti from San Marcos High School, a Van de Graaff generator. Tina Kristen from Santa Barbara Junior High School for dyslexia hybrid programming podium. Courtney Vacara from Goleta Valley Junior High School, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind books, a class set. And Julene Armstrong from Adams Elementary School for playful organization. PJ Carmian from Santa Barbara Junior High School for letter writing. Christine Hasty from Santa Barbara High School for remote learning tech access. Kelsey Larson from Adams Elementary School, compost and food waste management. And Guillermo Menderes from Cleveland Elementary, progressive readers, current social and political books. Those are all our $500 grant recipients. Woo! Congratulations, everyone. All right, and next we move on to our $2,500 grant category. So it's in between 500 and 25. Alicia Bollinger from Dos Pueblos High School, Mini Potter's Wheel Acquisition. Karen Slotnick-Lestrico from Washington Elementary School, The Power of Puppets. Josephine Moore from La Cumbre Junior High School, Diversity and Inclusiveness Through Graphic Novels. Alexandra Angelopoulos from Washington Elementary School, Science and Math Support Materials. Diana Helmsley from Goleta Valley Junior High School for Math Meets Art. Julie Churchman from Adams Elementary School, PE at Home. Elian Borba from Cleveland Elementary School, Equity Library. Brendan Carroll from Franklin Elementary School, Flying Bee Studios. Jenna Russo from Santa Barbara High School, Replace the Student Store Funding. Justin Mack from Washington Elementary School, STEM Ozobot Robotics and Coding Classroom Kit. Natalie Ramirez from Harding Elementary School, Clean Garden Growing. Amanda Dominguez from La Cumbre Junior High School, Digital Cameras for Photography Class. Sarah Schupiter from Adams Elementary School, Essential Tools for Hybrid and Beyond. Andrea Lawson from Harding Elementary School, Shade for Outdoor Classrooms. And Melissa Garcia from Monroe Elementary School, Home Libraries. James Claffey from Santa Barbara High School, Independent Reading Books on Equity and Inclusion. And Chloe Milligan from Adams Elementary School, STEAM Play. And that wraps up our $2,500 grant winners. Big round of applause, everyone. Woo! Thank you. Okay, and now on to our final category. So grants between 2,500 and 5,000. Natalie Ireland from Franklin Elementary School, Man Interacts with Nature. Brian Michalski from Santa Barbara Community Academy, Machine Up, Bringing More Ability to STEAM Labs. Sarah Leo from Adams Elementary School, Adam Artist's School Year Calendar. Melissa Schimmel from Harding Elementary School, Harding IB Makerspace Laser Cutter. Clark Sayer from Dos Pueblos High School, Zoom to the Third. And Tracy Womack from La Colina Junior High School, Coding Robots in the Time of COVID. Melissa Woods from Dos Pueblos High School, Experiential Learning with Elementary Students. Douglas Keynes from Dos Pueblos High School, For Our Story. Christy Lozano, representing both Cleveland and McKinley, for Ultimate Sandbag Training for Kids. That's a PE class I want to do. Charlie Ortega, La Cumbre Junior High School, for Drumline Builder. John Dent from Dos Pueblos High School, for Picture Perfect. Jen Griffith from Harding Elementary School, A Safe Social Emotional Outdoor Classroom. Kristen Beligmo from McKinley Elementary School, Laser Cutter for McKinley's New Makerspace. Madeline Bordowski from Harding Elementary School, Socially Distant Outdoor Learning Space. Sherry Bryan from Santa Barbara High School, Making the Transition to E-Reference. And Kyler Stupar from La Cumbre Junior High School, Home Sweet Classroom. And that wraps up our $5,000 grant winners. Yay! And that actually concludes all of our 55 grant recipients. I also want to thank our Teacher Grant Committee, Victoria Juarez, Sammy Lepsy, Joe Saxon, Anna Scharfeld, myself, Tracy Womack. Thank you so much, everybody. And let me stop share. All right, here we are. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We so appreciate everything you do. And please, teachers, if you have any outstanding questions for me about your grants, reach out to me. and be well and take care. And we really hope to be celebrating in person next year. All right. Take care, everyone.